The Lagos State government is set to implement the Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Law. And to give us an overview on the operational modalities for the takeoff of Lagos State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Committee is the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho. Great to have you on Newsday. Now, what more can you tell us about the functions and operations of the Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission?
Thank you so much. The law setting of the commission was signed by the governor, Mr. Vaide Sanwo-Olu, on April 19 last year. And the law states, it's going to have a chairman who has been chosen now, a retired Justice Mojisola Olatoregun, retired, and other members are being put together so that the commission can go into full swing and be working. There have been arguments that it's going to clash with other agencies of that doing the same job at the federal level. No, they are just going to complement one another. The EFCC, ICPC, we believe they have a bigger fish to fry. So many thousands of ministries and agencies that they have to look after. In Lagos, we want to take our destiny into our hands because of the future of the state. And then we believe this is part of devolution of powers, part of true federalism, and it will bring accountability closer home, so that when we see our agencies, things are going wrong there, we do not have to wait for Abuja to be able to go in there, investigate, and do what is right.
The inaction of this Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission, we would assume is a big project that would take quite a lot of manpower from the state. We're wondering if there is enough manpower to do all of these things that the commission has promised to investigate, and also if it is, if you can explain a little bit more the modalities of how one goes about accessing members of the commission.
The commission is going to have an office, and it's going to be working like any other commission office type that you have at the federal level. And all the members of the staff, they are going to be put in place. Already there is a structure here in Lagos where you have members of the judiciary who are doing this kind of job, who are very well trained, the security agencies who are capable of investigating such matters, all the experts that we need to make the commission to function very well. They are present here, and they are ready to go.
We understand that the commission will be engaging in public enlightenment campaigns against corruption and financial malpractices. I'd like to ask when these campaigns will commence.
Well, as you have seen last week, we have announced the name of the chairman. So once the chairman comes in and other members come in, we can begin to now look at modalities of doing all of the things that they need to do. Public enlightenment is part of it, so that people can know that the commission is in place, and that if you feel that you can indulge in corrupt activities and that Abuja is too far away to see you, here is the commission here that can see you right here under his own nose. So the campaign is going to begin in the coming days, not something that is going to take long.
So how independent and impartial can we expect this commission to be, considering the fact that it's been set up by the Lagos State government?
Well, you have a government that can, whether it's being set up by Lagos State government or federal government, the integrity of the committee depends on the people who are heading the committee and then members of the committee. So I assure you that the Justice Olatoregun, who is heading the committee, if you look at her profile, she is more than qualified to head such a committee. And she, after serving on the judiciary for long, she is out there with her integrity intact, with her character intact, with her name intact. So there is no reason for anybody to believe that this panel is not going to be, commission is not going to be independent, because Lagos State is set to do something about people complaining about this or doing business. They come to some offices, they get harassed, asked to bring money and all of that. So yeah, the commission is going to be independent, and there's no reason to believe that it's not going to do its job very well. So the independence is guaranteed. It's there in the law. It can't be monitored by anybody because of the way it is set up.
Just to further hammer on that point, apart from Justice Olaterogun, can you give us an example of who else could be comprised in this commission? As we know that there is a bit of a distrust between the citizens of Lagos, some of the citizens of Lagos, and some of the law enforcement agencies that we have. I mean, and we'll hearken that back to the NSARS and other bodies, enforcement bodies who have not exactly performed their duties when it comes to harassment of citizens. Can you give us an idea of who would be part of this commission, just so we have a little more confidence, even though Justice Olaterogun has her name quite intact?
First, let me just correct the impression that Lagosians there's a kind of a distrust between the government and Lagosians. That is not so. If there's a distrust between government and Lagosians, all of the good things that we are doing in Lagos would not have been possible. Lagosians trust the government. In any case, by the time the Anti-Corruption Commission law was signed, we got so many commendations. And when we named the head of the commission, people wrote in to commend us, the courts to commend us. So other members of the commission are going to be, I think, chairman of the Lagos Internal Revenue Service, the accountant general, and then people who have served in law enforcement agencies before and who have acquired the required expertise to do this kind of job. Those are there shall be other members too who are people of proven integrity with educational background in either finance, administration, law, and information and computer technology. People who are competent to investigate matters of corruption. People who are competent to detect untoward things that may happen in any ministry and any agency. But most importantly, people with proven integrity.
I think what makes this committee stand out is the fact that it was highlighted that it will be independent in its operations and functions. You touched on that a little bit earlier, and I'd like you to throw more light on that if you can.
Yeah, the commission is going to be independent. It's not going to be teleguided by anybody because of the kind of job it's going to do. It's something that the people of Lagos will see. Lagos wants to. The state is expanding in everything that he's doing, in his finances, in his infrastructural development, in his everything that is in a full shop. So it wants to take his future into his own hands to be able to say that if anybody is found to have been corrupt or there has been any corruption cases that has remained unresolved, so that they can come back home and be resolved, so that you don't leave everything for the federal anti-corruption agencies who already have a bigger fish to fry, and then all of the people who may be suspected to have put their hand in the till here, they just slip away. So that is why the commission is put in place, and the way it is done, it is by law. The law does not give room for anybody to manipulate the commission. It is independent, and it's headed by somebody who has integrity, proven integrity, somebody who has character, proven character, and so anybody who is trying to see whether it can be manipulated, I bet it is going to find out that it's not going to be so, because people are going to be there, not people who can at this stage in their lives allow their names to be soiled.
Now, some Nigerians, if not a large percentage of Nigerians, are afraid to key into the whistleblowing policy due to fears of reprisal attacks or even losing their jobs. So how does the Lagos State government intend to get people to actually make complaints or to report any act of misconduct to this commission and at the same time protect their lives, the lives of their relatives, and their job?
And what we are doing in Lagos is not something that is new. This kind of law operates in Oyo State, it operates in Kano, it operates in Kaduna. And apart from that, I see people in Lagos making videos. Recently, I saw a lawyer who came to the Ministry of Lands Bureau to make a video to complain that his file was missing, to complain that somebody was asking him to pay money. These are the kind of things that we are talking about. So the Lagosians are both people. They can come out if you ask them for money for anything. They can come out if they pay money that they are not supposed to pay. So it's easy for the commission to see what can be done about such things. Don't forget that the aim is not just to punish people, but to reverse the trend that people are corrupt, that there is corruption in the public service. And corruption in any case is a two-way traffic. It's not a one-way traffic. If there's nobody to offer, there may be nobody to take. And, you know, the government is an open book. People can see everything. That's why a lawyer can come to the government's office and make a video and make all sorts of allegations. So people will bring such allegations and then the commission will investigate to the satisfaction of everybody.
On the institution of the Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and speaking with us.